So, last video, talking about a bunch of fake things that I do to increase my productivity, and I show myself tying my shoes extremely quickly. And then there were a bunch of comments that were like, oh my god, show me how to do that thing that you did! But to be clear, that was a list of fake things that I do to increase my productivity. I don't actually do those things. I am going to teach you how to tie your shoes like that, but I want to be clear that that is not how I generally tie my shoes. The way that everybody does it, including me and you, I assume, is a better way. It may be slower, but it results in fewer potential reties, and so overall, you will save time. However, I will admit that it is quite cool, and if you don't need your shoes to stay tied for very long, it's a perfectly legitimate thing to do. So without further ado, here is that weird way in which I tied my shoes in that video. You're gonna come down here. Yeah, like that. All right, so your shoe is untied. That's the first step. Make sure your shoe is not tied. Otherwise, don't tie your shoes. It's basically the exact same thing twice. You hold on with your fingers, push the tops of the laces in opposite directions, and then bring them together. And you're gonna grab underneath each other and then pull it all the way through, and you have that. That looks familiar because that's the exact same thing as what you normally do, which is like that. So you've basically just done the exact same thing, just way faster. Bow, like that. And then you just practice that a billion times so your fingers will remember the muscle memory of how to do that. And then, once you've got that part down, you do the exact same thing, except that you just pull and you don't yank it all the way through. What I just did, again. And then you go like this. And then your shoe is tied. Now if you pull all the way through, then you just got a big knot in your shoe. So don't do that. That's annoying. It is important to note that this knot is not as stable as your normal way of tying a shoe, which is like you make the loop, and then you make the loop, and then you make the loop. These are different knots. The normal one is more stable. I learned it on the internet. It is not a secret that I developed myself. Back to me. Come back to me. And so now you know, I hope. And if not, there's probably a guide on the internet that's more sort of detailed and shows you where all the strings are going. Just search for fast way to tie shoes. All the people who commented wanted me to make a video about it. I made a video about it. Congratulations, you've changed my life. I now did that. Thanks. I'm sitting on a toilet.